Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Joe. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about something that's super important to every sentence that you say in English. And that is subject-verb agreement. Now, a lot of students know this rule, they understand this rule, and that's great. But there are some details to it that can make it more difficult. So I want to go through some of those details and advanced things today to show you where you might be making mistakes. All right? So let's get to it. So the first thing I want to go over is just the basic form of subject-verb agreement. The subject of a sentence has to agree with the verb that you use. And if you don't know what that means, here you will. So for example, if we're talking about pizza, we would say, I like pizza, you like pizza, we like pizza, and they like pizza. All right? Like with no S goes with I, you, we, and they. On the other side of it, we have he likes pizza, she likes pizza, and it likes pizza. So it could be a dog, I suppose. All right? So you got to remember, that's the basic rule. The subject must agree with the verb. All right? When you're making a sentence, that has to happen. Either you're speaking it or writing it. It's the basic rule, but so many students make a mistake using it, and thus you might be great at English, but if you make this little mistake, your English looks really bad. Okay? So that's the basic. Let's go on to a little bit trickier subject-verb agreement because it gets a little harder with noun phrases. So you take a look at the subject. It could be a noun like he, that's a pronoun, or it gets harder if we use a whole phrase. I'll give you some examples. The can of beans is on the table. So a lot of students make a mistake and they think beans is the subject. No, the can of beans. So it's one can. One can is it. It is. All right? Okay? Let's do another one. The woman with the brown boots likes me. So you might make a mistake and think boots is a subject. No. The woman likes me. All right? And let's try one more. The guys who went to the class were very bored. Okay, so class might trick you. It's not the subject. The guys, that's the subject. So the guys and they were very bored. All right, so you got to be careful. Let me ask you a couple more that you have to guess. The team tired. Is that is or are? And it should be is, because the team is one team. It is tired. All right, one more. The building behind those trees on fire. Is or are? The subject's not trees, it's the building. So it should be the building is on fire. You got to find what you're talking about first. All right? So there's that. Now let's go on to the next part. But before we do, I'm going to tell you a secret code. The first secret code for this video is trees. Okay? So what you have to do is send me the word trees in a direct message to my Instagram page at Teacher Joe Crossman, and then I'll know you are a great student and I should continue to help you. All right? So let's keep going. Sometimes the subject of the sentence is not referred to until later. Okay? Examples of this are, what is the problem? So we're talking about a problem, but it comes at the end of the sentence. So the verb actually comes before it. So what is the problem? Or what if we have two or three problems? What are the problems. So sometimes you have to look at the whole sentence to find the subject and then figure out, is it singular or is it plural? All right, so you got to be careful. Here are some examples that you can guess. There guns in my car. So it is or are. There are guns in my car. Okay? And the next one, I think connected to the first example, they're a police officer looking for Joe. And it should be there is, because a police officer is one person. There is a police officer looking for Joe. Don't tell him or her where I am. Okay? Now let's go over some more advanced ones. All right? These are just advanced. For example, if you have two things together, but the sense of it is supposed to be one singular group, one set. For example, she and I yell a lot. Okay, say if you're talking about you and your sister, all right, you're one group, you're one pair of arguers, all right, she and I yell a lot. Okay, there could be connectives such as well as, right, if you have that in a sentence, usually comes with commas. Here's an example. Oil as well as gasoline is good for starting fires. That's good information. So oil as well as gasoline is, all right? If you have things like a bunch of something or a group of something, it's still one group, one bunch. So a set of 12 dishes is a nice gift. Okay, it's one set. The word none is a little tricky. All right, the word none, if you use the word none, you got to look at the subject. If it's singular, then the verb is singular. If it's plural, then the verb is plural. Here are two examples. None of this money is legal. All right, money is non-count, so you have to use is. None of this money is legal. Another one. None of the singers are any good. All right, so singers is plural. None of the singers are any good. They are all bad singers. Okay? And finally, when you're using fractions, sometimes we use fractions. I know it's a math term, but we use them when we're speaking. If I said, and it's the same rule as with none, you got to refer to the subject. Half of the bread is gone. Okay? So again, bread is non-count. Half of the bread is gone. Same as you said, the bread is gone. But if we make a plural subject, half of Joe's students are drunk today. All right? So that means Joe's students. All right? So that's many people. Half of Joe's students are drunk today. I don't know if that's true or not, but the grammar is correct. All right, now you've made it this far in the video. I want to give you the second secret code, so I want you to send me this too. The second secret code is Joe's students are amazing. Okay, send that to me on Instagram and I'll know that you watched this whole thing and you are really amazing. I should help you more. Okay, now if you want to continue listening, I'm going to put a link here to more videos so you can watch another video, hear my lovely voice, check out my beard, and keep learning English. All right? And by the way, remember, subject-verb agreement is super important. See ya.